Yes, guys, you know what time it is. It's your boy David at the Irish Hotspur, Ireland's #1 Spurs fan. And today we kick off our Keep, Loan or Sell series, where we will be putting up one player every single day, covering the whole Tottenham squad. And basically, we'll be deciding whether they have a future at Tottenham and we want to keep them, whether we think they need to go out on loan to be able to aid their development, or whether it's just, look, they're not good enough. We've got to get them done, especially with where we want to go underneath Antonio Conte and what he's looking to achieve. Of course, to help us get through today, we have the one and only Jack. Jack, how are you keeping, my man?
Looking forward to this series, Dave, because, you could kind of do it all in one sort of stream, get it all done, try to fit it all in. But we've decided, maybe, kind of give each player maybe their due course, give each player maybe the respect they deserve, whether it's, a big rant about why they need to be sold, whether it's a big rant about why they're the best player, in the club. I think we're going to break it down. Something for you guys to watch over the whole summer. Of course, we constantly promise to try to put out content as much as possible for you guys. And this is, I think, is a great way to do it. But yeah, looking forward to the series and maybe get it started off, Dave, with the first player.
Yeah, look, Jack, let's get into it. Let's break down the player profile.
So far, the first one we've decided to start with something that might be, a bit more controversial is maybe someone like DAVINSON Sánchez. We've given him a bronze card here, Dave. But before we explain maybe what that bronze card means, he's 25 years old. He joined the club in 2017. So sort of kind of in the beginning of the days of, the Poch era. 42 million pounds is, according to a lot of various sources, is around the fee. Transfermarkt says 38 million. But regardless, ridiculous how much we've paid. Total matches played over the course since 2017. He has played 178 matches in all competitions for the club. Dave, the bronze card, DAVINSON Sánchez, what does that mean? What is our verdict?
Yeah, look, the bronze card basically means he will be sold, in our opinion, or we would like him to be sold this summer. Look, it doesn't really matter what the fee is. For me, it's at least 20 million too much regardless. But, Jack, as you can see, matches played so far this season across all competitions is 32, with 2 goals as well to his name. But look, the reason why I would like to sell DAVINSON Sánchez is, Jack, he was brought in as a backup to join as a backup to the likes of Toby and Jan Vertonghen, with hopes of him being one of their long-term successors. Since then, it hasn't worked out. Davies has come into the team. Dyer has come into the team and nailed down a starting spot. We've brought Romero in. He's come into the team, nailed down a starting spot. Even over the course of this season, I know you're looking at 32 games played and you say, oh, Sánchez has probably played more than what I thought. You have to remember, Romero's been out with late back from traveling from Argentina, out with injuries, etc., this season as well. So basically what I'm trying to say is that when he's been out, Sánchez has played, but as soon as Romero's fit again, he's straight back into the team, and Sánchez is the one that loses out. You look at, so for me, Jack, I think it's clear to see that he's been a backup. He's been a backup ever since he's got here. Backup under Pochettino. Jack, he was a backup under Jose Mourinho, a backup under Antonio Conte. In fact, the only one where he probably did start was under Nuno. But look, at the end of the day, I definitely wouldn't be taking that as a reason to keep him, because we all know how bad it was under Nuno. But when you look at the likes of 3 managers of caliber, Jack, Jose Mourinho, a winner of things. Also, don't forget, he told DAVINSON Sánchez, I targeted you in the UEFA Cup final that time, when United played Ajax. You were my target. You was where I thought was going to get the goals. Back up under Pochettino, Conte, a winner of trophies, still had a backup underneath this guy. So for me, he's just clearly a backup at Tottenham, Jack. He's not good enough, in my opinion, because we all want trophies. Conte, in his mind, he wants to deliver trophies this season, and Sánchez is not going to do that. I look at just simple. Look, I know you look at the games he's played this season, and there's been some clean sheets in there. But a lot of the times, Jack, when we cannot forget that period where he was misplacing passes left, right, and center. He could not kick a football, ballooning it long, making mistakes. There's so many iconic videos out there of Sánchez. Example, the one against City, where it's just a straight long ball over the top. He's eating grass. He cannot deal with long balls over the top. We've seen that so many times. And for me, I think there's just no way back for this guy at Tottenham. I wouldn't even keep him here as a backup, because if Romero does go out and he comes in, we've seen a drop off in quality so far this the season just gone. We've seen how much of a drop off in quality it is, and considering what we paid
Yeah.
for him, £42 million.
Yeah, the second most expensive defender I think we've ever purchased, at the club. So Sanchez, for me, Dave, I think that's where you have to look at it. As much as I think some people sort of rate him, I think a lot of people rate him as a backup for Spurs. But at the end of the day, he's been our second most, I think, expensive center back that we've ever brought into the club. So I mean, that's just not good enough. If that's what he's going to be at the end of the day, is a good backup. He's been here too long. One of the most expensive signings, at least in my memory, and definitely did not come and, really probably pay up for that price, or even, prove that price to be justifiable. He's been horrible on the ball, Dave, this season. He's actually probably had the benefit of being in a back three, which makes him look better on the ball than he normally is, as he would be in a back four. You probably say after last season is really the season that you probably lost all patience with him, because he was absolutely dreadful. This season, I think, wasn't really too many things that I can really just throw my chair, over for kind of, Dave. Whereas like last season, I think you could definitely say that with Sanchez, but we all knew that he was going to play another season considering where the club was. But now, I think with the context of last season under Jose, Dave, I think this guy's needed to go for quite some time. I think the last thing I would just say is, Dave, he actually has some pretty good sell-on value, to be fair to him, like more than the likes of Joe Rodon, more than the likes of other players that maybe we might consider selling. He actually could get us decent coin. Like I put down 20 to 25 million euros is what I actually probably expect maybe some sort of club to offer up. Maybe a Sevilla comes in, they need center backs, perhaps a Real Betis, someone in La Liga, maybe someone that Serie A goes after Sanchez, and he can maybe make, the rest of his 6 maybe left years of his career left with some sort of La Liga side. But 20 to 25 million is what I expect us to sell him for. And I think he's probably going to get us, a decent enough coin to help fund another transfer in the future.
No, 100%. I agree with you. And Jack, even the fact that we're looking at bringing in more centre backs this summer just tells me that this guy is just going to slip further and further away from the team. So for me, I think, look, I'm definitely going to sell him. Jack, I think you also want to sell him.
Yep.
But guys out there that's tuning in, make sure you get in the comments below and let us know your thoughts on Davinson Sanchez. Do you want to keep him around as squad player? Would you like to sell him? Do let us know in the comments below. And also make sure you smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button. And we'll see you all back here tomorrow. As always, come on, you Spurs. In Conte we trust.